Good evening, everybody, and happy 2018. I am Theresa Krack, and I'm going to be your host for January's Digital Digest with SWE PNW. And joining me are Grace and Sherrie. So Grace and Sherrie, you want to say hi to everybody out in our virtual space?
Hello.
Hi.
All right, so we've got some great information to bring you this month. A quick reminder of what we go through on each one of our digital digests. We're going to step through our events and activities highlights, let you know what's going on with the section, talk about our section business, the most important and interesting stuff that we hope you'll help us out with, talk a little bit about what's going on at the region and society level. We have Sherrie joining us tonight with our rotating topic of treasurer tales, and then we'll wrap this up with an Ask Me Anything. And we are asking for this month's edition that you post your questions on our Facebook event. We've got a slide out there that says post your questions here, and we'll be watching that for any intake as we go through the event and when we open it up for the AMA. So with that, we are going to go ahead and start our minute or so with SWE PNW. So up first, Grace, what do we have coming down the pipeline this month and in the near term for our events and activities?
Well, we have a lot going on this month. We're kicking off 2018 with a bang. We have our weekly Kids in Science and Engineering program, which is an after-school program for kids at Kimball Elementary School. And so we have that on every Friday in January. And then on January 13th, we'll have a Girl Scout workshop. That's this weekend. And we really need volunteers for that. So whether you're interested in volunteering for the workshop or if you're interested in learning about getting trained for future workshops, this is a great opportunity to do that. Then on the 14th, we'll have an outreach open house, which is another good opportunity to figure out how you can lead outreach programs with SWE PNW. And then on the January 20th, we have another Girl Scout workshop. On the 25th, we have a PSEC engineering mentor night. So if you're interested in mentoring college students at Seattle Central, this is a good opportunity to do that. And then on the 28th, we'll be having a mid-year open house. And so this is where we'll be showcasing all the different programs across SWE PNW for you to get a feel for all the things we're working on. And then on January 31st, we'll have this reInvent speaker panel, which is a very interesting professional development event that we have.
Those all sound fantastic. A question for you, Grace. On the mentor night, is that just a one-night occurrence or is that like a long-term commitment to be a mentor?
This is a one-night occurrence.
Oh, so that's great if somebody just wants to come and basically do speed mentoring for the night for whoever stops by their table, right?
Correct.
All right, excellent. So we hope you all check out our outreach stuff. I think, Grace, that mid-year open house sounds really interesting. And do you want to go through a little bit more on, what we might be having there and where it is?
Sure. This will be in Redmond, and we'll have the plan is to have several tables set up where we'll have our outreach programs be showcased, and then we'll have another table with our professional development programs, and then we'll also have things like membership engagement, scholarships, all of our activities showcased, kind of like an activities fair that you would have in college, but really just for SWE PNW's programs.
Oh, that sounds great. So people will be able to see what we've been doing as a section, what we have planned. Will they also be able to know where they can come over and help us out?
Yeah, definitely. All of our leaders should be there, so you can talk directly with the people in charge of planning, and they can for sure give you opportunities to get involved.
Oh, excellent. And I do know that we're also going to have some virtual brand team representation there. And I think we're trying to also have a table for the book club because I know we're trying to revamp and kind of expand how we do that program. So really excited to see what everybody's doing in the section and kind of showcase some of the areas that I know I'm involved with as well. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it should be fun.
So I know the last event that we had on our event slide was about We Local Portland. Do you want to talk to us about what's up with We Local Portland?
Sure. We Local is our local conference series, and the closest one to us is in Portland in April. So registration is open. So if you are looking to register for that, the early bird date is March 8th. And then otherwise you have to register by March 22nd. And if your company is interested in supporting We Local, there's a prospectus available.
Yeah, and we'll make sure to put the links for the We Local Portland, both for the registration and the prospectus in the comments when we post the video and out on the event. I do also want to highlight, because this is a cool thing, they're also doing volunteer signups so that you can help be a volunteer at the We Locals, just like you can at the Society Conference, and you do get a little bit of a discount. So if you're debating about going, that's a great way to get a little bit cheaper registration and join the SWE Fund.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so in terms of local SWE kind of activities on the, if you will, SWE business side, I know we've got some special task forces. Do you want to go through a little bit of which ones are active and which ones we're looking for some help on?
Sure. So we have the section election standard operating procedures, the section travel reimbursement policy, the glory of paperwork and record keeping, and the scholarship program evaluation and improvement. And at this point, we've identified a leader for each of these, but we're always looking for help on these special task forces.
Yes, and as you can see, we also get some creative naming going on because some of our activities like paperwork we have to do, but we should at least make it sound fun, right?
Right.
So if you're interested in anything on this, you see some emails down there at the bottom. Contact myself as section rep or Marina as secretary, and we'll make sure we get you in touch with the right task force team that you're interested in. So we hope to hear from some of you stepping up to help us even with little bits and pieces of these. Which then brings us to, what do we have on deck?
So we have a few things in the works. One of these is a brunch series. We have a couple of locations throughout the Seattle area because we know our membership is spread over a wide geographic base. So this will be an opportunity for you to get together with a small group and have brunch. And those will be finalized within the next few weeks. And then we also have our annual banquet, which is always a great event that'll be in May with Jill Tietjen, who is a past SWE Society president. She'll be our speaker.
Oh, excellent. That sounds like it's going to be a really cool annual banquet. So I think the message out to all you is make sure you save that date and join us for that really cool event with that awesome speaker. And we also hope to see you at some of those brunch series. Which then brings us, how do you stay in touch to know what's coming on and when the details are finalized? Well, we definitely have an answer for that. You can check us out on our webpage. You can sync with our Google Calendar. We've got a whole bunch of stuff on our events and activities thing, and it's a Google Calendar there with sync instructions, so you can even have that on your mobile device. Follow us on Facebook, engage with our Facebook page. We push all of our great event information out there. We do also have a Facebook group where you can dialogue with other SWE PNW members. And if you're not getting things direct to your inbox and you want them there, make sure you sign up for our email list. And again, we'll make sure these links are posted in the comments on the event page and on our posting for the video. So with that, that wraps up our minute or so with SWE with all of the current latest and greatest information. Thank you, Grace, for walking us through that.
Mm-hmm.
Which now gets us into a little bit more of the meat in terms of the behind the scenes on our SWE business and what we're doing as a section, region, and society. So Grace, we'll start this off by asking you what's up at the section and region level.
So we had a meeting last Sunday with the PSEC president to discuss a couple of concerns that we had and ideas for improvement. And he was very receptive to our feedback. And we hope to help make those, make it a better society as a whole, hopefully in the future. And then, like I said before, we have several events and activities that are being planned. And another big one that's coming up is our election preparation. And so to prepare for our election, we need to appoint a nomination committee, which we'll start reaching out to people by the end of the month. And then hopefully have that finalized by February. And then we'll start our election proceedings with looking for nominations and things like that. So if you're interested in a leadership role with SWE PNW, definitely keep your eyes open for that type of communication.
So
Also,
quick question on that, Grace, before we
yeah.
jump to the next one. So this is one of the first years that we have a president-elect in a while, Elaine Reeves.
Yeah.
What's her role with the nomination committee?
So she will be leading the nomination committee and things related to the election.
Oh, excellent. So for those thinking of joining the nomination committee, we'll make sure we put some contact information out there if you're interested in that. And to Grace's point, if you're interested in also participating in the election as a candidate. So, all right, Grace, back to you for that final bullet.
So we've been told that the Region J award program will be announced shortly. And those awards, I believe, will be presented at We Local Portland. Do you know if I'm correct on that, Theresa?
Yeah, that is the current plan. I do know that if you are interested in applying for a Region J award for this year, our recommendation is to go back and look at last year's award packet. If you're curious as to what that is, contact us at the section level, section rep or awards email, and we'll try to get that packet to you. And I believe I'm not sure if they're actually going to be presented at the dinner at We Local Portland, or if it's going to be another function, but they will be at the We Local Portland, and that'll be the last Region J awards program.
Okay.
So speaking of We Locals, we know there's a bunch of them out there. Grace, what are all the locations, and walk us through the dates?
So there's several other locations if you want to travel a little bit further. There's Tulsa in January 26th through 28th, Phoenix February 23rd through the 25th, Milwaukee March 9th through the 11th, and Providence April 20th through the 22nd.
Perfect. So one of the benefits of the We Locals, especially now that they're going to this sort of new pick your conference thing, is you can potentially travel to a different location that you'd never thought to go to. It will also recommend, and we'll make sure the link is live in the comments, make sure you're going to the We Local pages for the latest and greatest on registration dates, calls for speakers, when the volunteer stuff closes, because that stuff is getting updated on the webpage. And it does change because sometimes they extend dates or sometimes it's a hard stop. So please keep an eye on those web pages for the conference that you are looking to attend. So with that, one of the things that we're trying to do now going forward is highlight a little bit more on the society level. And so this month's little spotlight highlight is our Advanced Learning Center. So this is a SWE Learning Center tool, and it's learning for career in life. It's designed to empower women to succeed at every stage of their personal development and professional careers. And SWE supports the recruitment, retention, and advancement of women in engineering through career resources, professional development, one-to-one networking opportunities. So up on the right-hand part of the screen there, you can see all of the different things that they often offer through the SWE Advanced Learning Center. There's webinars, both live ones that will be upcoming and recordings, conference information, there's e-learning self-study modules. There's a section for the podcasts. That's often where you'll see the podcasts for the governance update and a couple of other cool things out there. And then your tracking, and then resources and ebooks. So we really encourage you to take advantage of all of the great learning information that SWE is putting out there. That's included with your membership. So we hope you take advantage of that. And if you see something out there that you'd like to share with the section or have a discussion on, go ahead and let us know and post something in the forum, and we'll see if we can help facilitate that as well. And sort of diving in a little bit deeper, we want to keep you appraised of the latest and greatest governance updates, speaking of those podcasts. This week, if you were subscribed to the text for governance updates, you got a little notification saying there is a new webinar. We have one with President Penny Wersing, talking with our College Eat Director, Ingrid Armbula, and I apologize for the pronunciation of that, for what it means for College Eat members. Well, that's maybe not our focus as a professional section. It's always a good idea to understand what's also going on with our College Eat members, because they are now going to be full voting members in the society. So we encourage you to kind of pay attention to what's going on with the governance updates and check out this podcast. So with that wraps up our sort of SWE business section of it. And now we get over to our rotating topic, Treasurer Tales with Sherrie Rippe, and she is our FY18 treasurer. So Sherrie, I'm going to open the floor to you to give us a quick intro to who you are.
So, like Theresa said, I'm Sherrie Rippe. I currently work at Boeing, and I have a degree in civil engineering, and I went to school in St. Louis. So, in SWE, I've served as a section rep and also as the secretary and the membership chair, though I didn't put it on the slide. Why I became the treasurer? I really wanted to see us expand our scholarship program, and that's why I have that committee task force that I want to get up and running, just so that we have money. We should spend it on our collegiate sections and help them become better productive members in the engineering workforce without debt. So
Oh, excellent. That's always a good mission. And as people who have gone through the college system with that, I think there's a lot of us out there that can relate to those kinds of efforts benefiting future generations. So with that, do you want to talk us through some of your roles as a treasurer and what your responsibilities are?
So the treasurer's role is basically maintaining the books and making sure that we stay on budget. So it's my job to make sure that I receive all receipts from all purchases made for our outreach events or for the professional development events, and make sure that we're staying in line with our budget. Also, I report out to the executive board to make sure that I'm keeping in line with what our goal is for the year. And in addition to that, I have to deal with the IRS. So, I make sure that no one else has to deal with the IRS, which I think is a great thing.
Yes, and I think we on the EC really appreciate that. So thank you. So in terms of like what's next for FY18, do you want to give us a quick recap of I think some of the fundraising efforts?
So this year we've done one event to raise dedicated scholarship funds, and that was the Cycle Bar event in August. We were able to raise $175 for scholarships, which is great. I think we might be planning to do the Cycle Bar event again this spring, since everyone makes goals to lose weight and get in shape. But scholarships are what we're focused on this year, and we really want to make sure we have a robust program there. General donations this year, we've raised $105, and that can go towards our outreach events or the scholarships. It depends on what the EC board directs the money to, and corporate volunteer hours. So far this year, we've gotten $1,400, and that's amazing. So if you work at a company that will match your volunteer hours for outreach or anything else that you do for SWE, make sure you log those hours so that we can apply them to either scholarships or wherever you'd like those to go.
Excellent, which I think that brings us up to a total of $1,590. So for fundraising in FY18, if I did the math correctly. So excellent job, and thank you for bringing that information out for our members to see how we're doing on that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being what we've been doing so far in FY18, what's next?
So I'm working with Marina, the secretary, to develop a prospectus for our section so that we can go after corporate money. And that way we can hopefully set up more scholarships and also get sponsorships for our outreach events. So that would free up more of our budget to buy supplies for the events and help more girls go through our programs, especially with Girl Scouts, etc. And maybe even expand our outreach to middle school and later childhood development, so like high school girls. I'm also working on looking over our investment strategy to make sure that what we're investing in is if that's suitable for what we're trying to do with our scholarships. Further, since Region J is no longer going to be a region, we want to develop a travel and reimbursement policy so that we can help our members attend conferences. And so if you're interested in something like that, let me know. That'd be great. And further, we want to learn how to market our scholarships better. It seems like we have the money, but we don't have a lot of students applying, except for our certificate of merit, which is in the late spring. So we want to get our college students more on board with applying for our scholarships. So if you are interested or you have a background in marketing, let us know, because we love to figure out how we can expand and help more students in our area. And also, we kind of want to look at developing another scholarship specifically for those students that are leaving the community college system and transferring into the ABET programs in our area. So if you have any interest, let us know.
That sounds all very cool, and I'm really excited to hear some of those opportunities coming down the pipeline, where SWE PNW as a professional section can literally pay it forward with our funding and our investments to these scholarship programs. I will do a plug out there because Sherrie mentioned that she's leading the travel and reimbursement task force. There is also a task force to look at our scholarship programs. So if you're interested in whatever Sherrie has talked about or those other task forces, this is kind of that area where they're focusing in on helping us develop better as a section behind the scenes so that we can offer more to our members and our college members that are looking to continue. So cool. Thank you. Any parting thoughts that you want to offer on the treasurer role?
I think if you want to get more involved and learn about it, I'd love to have you join me on the finance committee, and maybe you can become the next treasurer of the SWE section.
Oh, I always love that pitch for the next generation of leaders. Thank you.
Yep.
So with that wraps up our rotating topic, which then transitions us into our official Ask Me Anything section. So you ask, we answer. To remind those on the call here that we're doing the live broadcast, there is a little bit of a delay between what we say and when the live broadcast shows it. So we're going to kind of have a check here to see if any questions have posted out in the Facebook group or in the Facebook event for our discussion this evening, and vamp a little bit to make sure that our audio in the live broadcast catches up to where we want to actually answer questions if we get them. So I think, Grace, you were one of our duly designated watch the Facebook pages. Do you see anything out there today?
I'm on the event and I do not see anything right now.
All right. And then Sherrie, were you on the forum?
Yes, and I am not seeing any questions there either.
All right. We are going to do our hey, we're here post. This is always the odd thing because it's like with the timing on the live broadcast, I think it's maybe a minute to 2 minute delay from when we say we're ready to questions to when they hear that we're ready for questions. So it does get to be a little bit of fun. And I know we've got a lot coming up, and we did just send out our events email highlight. So if you did not get that, I forget what day it actually went out. I think it went out Tuesday or Monday. If you didn't get that, that means that you're not getting our emails. So make sure you hop over and sign up for our email list to make sure you're getting the latest and greatest information in your inbox. And we do really appreciate engagements on our Facebook page, because the more you engage with our posts by liking it, sharing it, tagging people that might be interested, the more other people that follow our page get to see it. And we always appreciate the support. Also, a quick plug here for send us your pictures, post your pictures to our comment section on the events, because we'd love to have your pictures when you attend our SWE events, and not just our leaders' pictures when they're running around with their cell phones too, because we don't always get as many pictures as we'd like when we're the ones coordinating the events. So Grace, any final thoughts as we kind of wrap up and see if there's any questions?
I mean, not much. I mean, we have a lot going on this month, so I hope to see you at something.
Excellent. And then Sherrie, any parting thoughts from you?
Getting involved isn't hard. We love to see you at any event.
All right. Well, we're doing our one last call. We'll see if anybody catches it. Is there one event, Grace and Sherrie, that you're really looking forward to this month? I know it's a hard list to pick from.
Yeah, it is hard. I mean, this weekend, I haven't signed up yet. Don't tell Dana, but
on the live broadcast, right?
I am looking forward to this weekend's event. I'm really interested in doing the Girl Scout training to potentially teach other Girl Scout troops lead workshops so that they can get their badges, which I think will be really fun.
Excellent.
I'm pretty pumped for the brunch series.
Yay.
Excellent. Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to, well, the annual banquet I'm really excited about. I know that's like way out in the future. And I'm just really excited to see that we have a plethora of outreach events because I really enjoy our SWE PNW outreach program in terms of the impact that it has on the local community, especially the partnership with Girl Scouts. I'm a lifetime member of Girl Scouts and Gold Awardee, and I love that SWE and Girl Scout partnership. So I'm hoping to be able to stop by and sign up for one of them. Unfortunately, I can't do this Saturday, which sounded like a very cool event. So maybe I can pick up one of the other the ones later in the month and head over to it.
Yeah.
All right. So one last call, Grace and Sherrie. Are you guys seeing any questions?
No, ma'am.
Let me refresh really quick.
Yeah, it's that magical refresh button. Oop, we got a notification. Does that mean that somebody liked us? Oh, nope. That is not a comment and a question. I love Facebook notifications, but occasionally they are not so helpful when you're waiting for that one notification you want to see.
Oh, whoops.
All right. Anything on your side, Grace?
I went to the wrong page. Sorry.
Full disclosure, we're not professionals at this. So you can do this too. Become a SWE leader. Learn how to do this. It's awesome. We have a great time.
Okay, I don't see anything.
All right. So with nothing out there for questions for our live broadcast, we will officially wrap this up. One thing I will say is that if you do have any questions and you didn't catch it during the live broadcast, please still post them out in the event discussion or in the Facebook forum or on our Facebook page, because we do have officers that actively watch and engage with those posts, and we're more than happy to answer your questions in that forum. If you're not comfortable posting it out there in the Facebook world, there's plenty of ways to contact us through our webpage or through our emails. So we're here to answer your questions, even if we're not live and broadcasting. So with that, Grace and Sherrie, thank you so much for joining me this evening. And we will say goodnight to you, ladies, and all of our lovely audience out there.
Thank
All
you.
right. Bye.
Bye.